Hi, my name is Dr. Nathan Meller, and I'm the president of Strata Leadership. Today, I'm talking to you from my makeshift office in the corner of our bedroom because the world has changed dramatically because of the pandemic. Throughout this time, I've been spending a lot of time on Zoom and other platforms talking to leaders about the challenges they're facing. And one of the things that I think is important to note that maybe you've felt is this sense of fatigue, this sense of just being tired at the core of who you are, being on edge, maybe a sense of anger that goes along with it. And I want to talk about that for just a moment because some people refer to this as power stress. And the stress is very unique for leaders because what's happening is that you're having to manage your own emotions throughout the day. You're having to show a great deal of restraint and self-control dealing with your own concerns about the future. And at the same time, you recognize that you need to be someone who has answers and can provide empathy for people who are part of your organization at the same time. You know that they're looking to you. And that self-control is being depleted. Your willpower is being depleted. And as a result, you might find yourself being a little less patient, a little more on edge. Maybe this week you've snapped at people that you normally would not snap at. And if that's the case, I want to remind you that it's important to give yourself a little more room right now. I was talking to a person this week who said their office has started not having their first meetings until at least 9 o'clock in the morning to give people time to get settled, especially if they have family at home and children who can't go to daycare. Bottom line is this: it's important for you to give yourself some space, to build in some slack into your system, because right now you are under an immense amount of stress. And I want you to think for a moment about your future. Because right now, because of all the stress, you don't want to think about next week. You're trying to get through the day. But I want you to think about the future just for a moment with me. I want you to just take a moment to imagine what it would be like if you could describe the ideal version of you, your ideal self, going through all of this. If you could imagine, how would the ideal version of you manage what you're going through? How would you respond to people? How would you go to the meeting? How would you stay focused and centered? If you can't imagine that ideal self, you're probably struggling to be able to be the person that you want to be right now. Who you are matters a lot, but you have to imagine what that would be. Imagine what it would be like to be the calming influence in the next meeting that you're a part of. Imagine what it would be like to be able to set the tone and set the pace in the next meeting. For that matter, imagine what it would be like this evening for your family to not be the source of stress, but to be an oasis of calmness and hope. I'm sorry we're going through these difficult times together. I wish it were not like this. But right now is when we need leaders to take care of themselves because they have to take care of so many other people. And if you're feeling that stress, understand why. Understand that you're tired. Fatigue, not the kind of tired that makes you want to go to sleep, but the kind of tired that makes you question who you are. I appreciate you as a leader. Don't lose heart. We are definitely in this together.